Here we are at Whitby Holiday Park, and we've got an outstanding view across the North Sea. While we're here, we're going to check out Whitby, check out the site, and before we get here, we found a cracking place where you can pick up a pumpkin. And as it's Halloween, we've got some spooky tales from Whitby. Watch till the end if you dare. So come on, let's go and check it out.
LeisureBit is the way to go with David, Rachel and Roxy. Let's hit the road and explore.
We've stopped off on our way to Whitby at Beacon Farm.
We've stopped here for a number of reasons. 1, breakfast. They do an amazing breakfast apparently. 2, I've never been to a pumpkin patch before and we're going to go and check it out.
It's an ice cream outlet and a tea room, but also they've got loads of Halloween stuff out. Hello, goats. All of the wheelbarrows for the pumpkin picking.
Happy Halloween.
Skeleton on a tractor. What a cracking display. Got the overflow parking. There's also a camping field over here. Unfortunately, it's closed at this time of the year, but definitely want to check out for the future. Here's the pumpkin prices. £2 for a small, £3.50 for a medium, and £5 for a large. £6 for extra large. It's pick your own pumpkins here. How about that? From £2.50 to £6. Wonder what the biggest one is. Let's go and have a look.
I've never been pumpkin picking before. In my day, it was turnips. So you got a turnip and your mum got a knife and then you were given a blunt spoon and you had to somehow manage to get the turnip out with the blunt implement. Took hours, and oh my goodness me, you used to become so frustrated. We did manage it.
Please do not stand on, throw, kick, sit on, roll, punch, karate chop the pumpkins. You will scare them. Look at all the pumpkins on the tractor, wow. When I was younger, Rachel, we couldn't afford pumpkins. I don't think they were a thing. We used to have a turnip, and it was really hard work to hollow out.
I've just filmed exactly the same to say we didn't have pumpkins. We had a turnip and you had to hollow it out with a spoon. What was that about? By Jove, I found somebody taller than David. Imagine trying to find a campervan for this chap.
Is it just me, Rachel, or is that quite creepy?
It's quite creepy.
And we're being watched. Happy Halloween. So there you have it. Pick your own pumpkins. Anyway, we need to get cracking because the breakfast's now open. We don't want them to run out.
No.
Sounds like the exhibit's making sounds now. Let's go and see. It's the information on walking to Whitby. Good morning. Lovely ice creams. Good morning. Yes, thank you.
Looks beautiful, and you don't see fried bread from you.
What a delicious breakfast in the cafe there. Thank you, Rachel. After checking out Beacon Farm, we then made our way to the Whitby Park and Ride. Here we are at Whitby Park and Ride. Rachel's looking after Roxy in the van, and I'm going to have a wander into Whitby. Hopefully, if I'm quick, we catch this bus before it goes. Said motorhomes in the overflow car park. So we've gone in there. No vehicles to be left overnight. And the last bus leaves at 4:45. £2.70. Welcome to Whitby. Park and Ride bus costs £2.70 per adult. There's discounts, I believe, for children. And that takes you down here to the bus station as well as other stops on the way. You don't pay anything extra for parking. You're just paying for the bus ticket to get into Whitby. Over the road there's Trencher's Fish and Chip Shop. Must check that out at some point. It came highly recommended from Alan Metalman. Nice little market stalls out. Fishing in the harbour. We're going to check out around Whitby and also tell you a few tales of ghosts of the past. There's our friend Cliff. If you haven't guessed as well, it is Goth and Steampunk weekend this weekend in Whitby. And we'll be following on from this video on Sunday with our Goth Weekend video. So don't forget to join us for that one. It's the Whitby Lighthouse on West Pier. There's the lighthouse on the East Pier. Extreme danger from wave action during rough weather. Tribute to Whitby seafarers. Does look a bit rough out there. There goes the Summer Queen. Don't come and knocking while the boat is rocking. When I was a young lad, I once actually got lost at Whitby. I think I was about 6 at the time, and I went and played in the sea, just along here somewhere. But I lost my bearings and I wandered back the wrong way. My dad had gone and got the Coast Guard to try and find me. Luckily someone found me and then managed to get us reunited. How about that? Hopefully I don't get lost today. There's a Gothic sail in the mission there. Well worth checking out. Unfortunately, no photography allowed. So I'm now on the bus on the way back to the park and ride to reunite with Rachel and Roxy. Then we can head on to the campsite. We're heading over to Whitby Holiday Park, which is our home from Thursday through to Sunday.
Depending on the route, the journey between the town centre and the park and ride takes between 10 and 15 minutes.
There we are. We're back at the park and ride, ready to head on to the campsite.
We pick up our journey making a left-hand turn off the A171 onto Horsker Lane. Whitby Holiday Park's located a couple of miles from here on the right hand side, and then you head down the drive. We checked in at reception on arrival and then made our way to the pitch.
Here we are at Whitby Holiday Park. We're on pitch number 60 and we have this lovely sea view. How about that? That comes with a 16 amp electric hookup. So I paid £126 for 3 nights for a 16 amp sea view pitch, no awning, which is the pitch we have here. And that's from Thursday the 30th of October to Sunday the 2nd of November. So 3 nights. And that's over Goth Weekend.
We've just arrived here for our home for the next 3 days at Whitby. We've been so lucky, we've got a really good pitch. We're right overlooking the cliffs and the sea. I'm just taking Rox for a little stretch of her legs, just to see what she thinks of the site. The sun has got his hat on. It's beautiful. Behind me is reception. It has a small shop. Around the side of reception there is the gents shower and toilet block. When you check in you're given a code to get in, and there's also a dog shower. The left hand side of reception is the ladies showers and toilet block. Just opposite the toilets is a butt wash area. There's a really good information room and library. Here you go. It's another chemical disposal point. Here is the enclosed beer garden, perfect for a sunny day like today. Behind me is the Jet Bar and Bistro. I believe it is open while we're here this weekend.
Drinking water, so chemical disposal, the children's play area. Let's take a wander into Whitby along the coastal path. Whitby this way, it's the footpath. It's part of the England Coastal Path National Trail. So it's just gone 1:10, so we'll see what time we end up at the top of the 199 steps. There's us perched on the top of the hill. See the Abbey coming up there. There's some cracking views along this walk. I think the vans over there might be the Shorefield camping. I believe if you fancy coming down to Whitby, you can probably still get down here. There seems to be plenty of space on the Shorefield there, and I'm sure you can book that last minute too. The year I stayed in the Shorefield, which was 2022, I stayed just up there. We'll point it out in a minute. It looks like they're putting the vans on further back, but I imagine it's probably drier there. There's certainly plenty of people turning up. Let us know in the comments if you're at Whitby this weekend. I was just down there in 2022. It's taken me about 20 minutes from Whitby Holiday Park to get to Whitby Abbey.
While we're passing, let's go and check out Whitby Abbey.
High above the town of Whitby, where the sea crashes against the cliffs and the wind whispers through the ancient stone, stands the ruined shell of Whitby Abbey. But not all who walk in its grounds are living. Centuries ago, a young nun named Constance de Beverley broke her sacred vows for love. When the secret was discovered, she was sentenced to a cruel fate. Bricked alive into the walls beneath the abbey, her cries echoed through the stone, unheard until the silence calmed her. They say on stormy nights, her ghost still roams the ruins, her pale figure drifting between the arches, searching for the lover who never came. Visitors speak of sudden chills, whispers in the wind, and the feeling of being watched. Whitby Abbey. Where the dead rest in crooked graves, another tale unfolds. A phantom coach, drawn by headless horses, is said to thunder towards the church at midnight, only to vanish before it arrives. And here we descend the 199 steps down to Whitby Old Town. We'll now take a wander down Henrietta Street to where you can get the kippers. There's Fortune's Kippers, established in 1872. Still going today. That's brilliant. Old Kipper Cottage. On the east side of Whitby, nestling amongst the winding streets and centuries-old buildings, stands a pub with a past as rich as its ale, as dark as its cellars. The White Horse and Griffin has welcomed sailors, smugglers and storytellers, but some guests never left. Long ago, the landlady, Mrs. Boer, ruled the inn with an iron will. Stern and solitary, she was found one morning collapsed on the staircase, dead, her hand clutching the banister as if resting the pull of something unseen. Since that day, staff and guests have reported strange happenings, footsteps echoing when no one walks, cold drafts sweeping through the closed rooms, and on quiet nights, a sound of a woman descending the stairs, slowly, deliberately, but never reaching the bottom. And then there's Sarah, the servant girl, who fell into the cellar and broke her neck. Her presence is gentler, but no less chilling. Glasses move, doors open, and her soft humming drifts through the halls. Two spirits, one stern, one sorrowful, bound to the place they served. So if you visit the White Horse and Griffin, raise a glass, but mind the stairs. You might not be alone. During the 1980s, there was an offer of a prize of £50 if you could spend the night here. The prize was never won, and this is Whitby's haunted hospitality. Hadley's Fish and Chips used to be an old family favourite. Haven't been in for years though. In the heart of Whitby, tucked between the bustle of Church Street and the whispers of the harbour, lies a narrow alley, once known by a darker name, Grope Lane, but its history holds more than a scandal. It holds sorrow. Over a century ago, a young girl named Mary Clark worked in a bakery on this very street. One cold winter's morning, a fire broke out. Mary, trapped behind heavy doors, screamed for help, but nobody came. Her cries were said to echo through the alley long after the fire was extinguished, and even now passers-by speak of a sudden chill, the scent of smoke, and the sound of a child sobbing in the shadows. Some say Mary never left, and a spirit lingers, searching for the way out she never found. So if you walk Great Lane after dark, listen carefully. You might hear her call, but be warned, she only calls to those who walk alone. Whitby hides its ghosts well, but on Halloween, they walk amongst us.
Daddy!
Well, there's something you don't see every day. The Magpie's open and there's no queue. It's quite a bit busier than when we were in earlier now, isn't it? Whoa. 50 pence to use the loo. It's the way to the pumpkin. The Illuminated Abbey finishes on Saturday the 1st of November, so tomorrow is your last chance if you haven't seen it. It's another ghost walk from the whale bones. Whitby is an amazing town with a whaling heritage, and it's where Captain Cook learned his trade, and his statue now keeps watch over the coastline. Whitby also suffered significant damage during the war. The bombardment garden was unveiled in December 2014 in memory of the people of Whitby. And let's not forget Bram Stoker's Dracula. Whitby is a town of beauty, history and ghosts. These tales are just whispers of the past, lingering in the present, so if you visit this Halloween, tread carefully. The spirits of Whitby are watching. So if you come into Whitby, don't forget to visit Whitby Abbey, the St Mary's Church, the Whalebones, Captain Cook Museum and the Captain Cook Monument, amongst many other things. Beautiful town, well worth checking out. Don't forget to let us know in the comments if you're in Whitby this Halloween. And don't forget to check out our video on Sunday where we cover Whitby Goth Weekend, tomorrow's Ghost Festival and Steampunk Weekend, as well as everyone else that's turned up to Whitby in fantastic costumes. So join us then. Thank you for watching.
Hope you've enjoyed it.
And we will catch you for the next bit.
Bye.
Bye.